Hello and welcome. I'm Mixalite and this is my channel. Today I want to tell you a story um, about an event that happened that involved my daughter. I'll tell you a couple of other things that happened that involved me, and these are true. And I think the only time that my daughter's story was told was by her several years ago on a podcast. So probably most of you have not heard this. All right, before we get started, if you would please give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do so. It's completely free. It helps my channel, and I'd appreciate it greatly. Also, if you would like to buy some jewelry from me, my store is at isabellamaggie.etsy.com, and I will put it probably up here, and then I'll put it below, and go take a look. Got a lot of new spring and summer stuff coming, or it's up, um, and it helps to support this channel. All right, here we go. So this is half her story and half my story, and I'll tell you why. One night, or it was during the day. It was during the day. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, One of my daughter's best friends had come over. We were watching, I don't know, it, like Game of Thrones or something. There was something where an episode had come out, and my daughter was going to watch it where she was. My youngest daughter was going to watch it where she was, which was with my husband, traveling. He traveled for work. Anyway, so her friend came over, so we wouldn't miss the episode. You know, we could talk about what was happening, right? So it was something like that. Sons of Anarchy. I don't know. What the story is, she came over, and we were watching this episode, and there started to be this like loud bang, and it was like a tin sound. If you took a cookie sheet, like old fashioned cookie sheet, and you kind of bend it or bang it, dang 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 dang, you know, that was for you, Mark. Not quite as nice as ding, but sorry. Um, Anyway, it was doing that. Bang, dang, 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 clank, 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 clank. And I had an apartment that was the end of the building. And because I live in Texas, there was also a uh what are they called? Oil pump? Oil? Something or other? Pumping oil? Not too far from my apartment. And so I thought, oh, it must be that. Like something is must be broken on it. I got up, I looked outside, and I couldn't hear the banging outside, but it was definitely banging. So I went into my bedroom, and the friend that was there with me, the daughter's friend, she decided she was best left in the living room, which is exactly where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be going and finding something. But anyway, so because my last apartment before that and my house before that was like non-stop, um, just incidents, um, paranormal things all the time. I told them here. So go in my bedroom, and it's just banging. And I call my husband. My husband is in the construction business. And I asked him, you know, could this be like a HVAC issue? And he said no, but he hadn't heard of anything like that. So um, the vent in that bedroom was clear across the room from there. So I'm not sure that there would be HVAC in that particular part of the room, but it was better than the alternative, which is some things trying to get my attention. So I sprinkled some salt, did the whole, um, be gone thing, and it stopped. And I am used to paranormal events, so I know not to let them linger in your mind because it just it feeds something. I don't know what. It feeds something to feel your fear. So I'm pretty good now at like just turning that off. Now this is the same apartment for those of you who heard the story where we had a podcast and brilliantly decided we should name all the names of um, demons. My oldest son and I, we had this podcast, and I've told this story and how it went real south for me. Now, if you're here and you haven't heard the story and you'd like to, go ahead and tell me. I can say it again. Um, it was it made me 100% believe that there are demons. That's how bad it was. Um, and I'd been scratched and bloody before, and this topped this in my fear category. So, um, I went back out to the living room. We started the episode of whatever we were watching, and that was that. So I have mentioned on here that I coached volleyball, and I coached like some club volleyball, which means I could have and did have 3 teams um, for the whole year. It goes the whole year, and there's like 4 seasons. Of course, there's a winter season, spring season. You get it. And I would have 3 teams, so that would be at least 18 kids, if not more, probably closer to 20, 21 kids. And I was at practice, so we had games during the week, and our practice was on a Sunday. I have 3 practices in a row, and I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Could sit here talk to you for hours about how much it changed my life. um, how much it means to me that I was able to do that. Well, I was on this day. My daughter was at the gym. I don't know why. She didn't usually come to the gym, but um, me, her sister, and her brother were all involved in the volleyball. So she might have been there. I don't know, for something to do with that. She, but practice is getting over, and I always stay till the last kid's picked up, and um, so she decided to go on without me. She had a key to my apartment, and so she left, and not a big deal. Um, I wait till the last child's picked up, and we head home. But as we just leave, I get a hysterical phone call. Hysterical. From my oldest daughter. And let me tell you something about my oldest daughter. She is the epitome of strong willed. She is a hard worker. She has she got a job when she turned 15. She was the youngest person hired as a mortgage broker at a bank in the town we lived in. She was 18 years old. Um, she was the one we call if there was something that needed to be killed. You know what I mean? Because, unless it was a cockroach, then she'd call me and I would go kill a cockroach. But if it was anything above that, we called her. And like, if we had an animal die, and we couldn't, like, we were having a difficult time dealing with it, we would call her, and she would come over, take care of everything. And she was first daughter. Okay, you guys know first daughter. She's first daughter, and she's hysterical. Nothing makes this child. Well, she's an adult by this time, but she's my child. Hysterical, scared wise. Um, and she's crying and she's saying, "Where are you? Where are you? I need you to help me." And we were like, what's happening? And I'm speeding up to get home. I'm not that far away from home. I'm probably 7 minutes max away from home. And so she said, "I'm going to wait outside for you. I can't go back in the house. I'm going to wait outside for you." I said, "Okay, fine." And I was trying to get her to tell me what was happening, but she was not in the state of mind to be able to calmly tell me what was going on. So I get home and she's a wreck. There's a neighbor consoling her. I think she's been attacked by somebody. I got my "who do I have to kill" face on. Okay, who is it? Point me to the direction. Hold my earrings and I'll be right back. And she said, "Mom, I came into the apartment and it was pitch black," which we normally don't do. I normally leave a light on. I do not like going into a dark room. Do not like it. Cannot like it. Will not like it. So I would usually leave a light on. So that was unusual that I had um, uh, left it without putting a light on. But whatever. She goes, "It was pitch black, Mom." She, for some reason, was going to my bedroom, and she said on her way to my bedroom, she heard this big bang, bang, clang, 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 tang, 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 like tin, just banging in my room. So I had not told her what had happened a few days before. Not a few days, less than a week. And which is also unusual because I tend to share those things with people right away. But anyway, so she said she went to the bedroom, and this apartment was set up in such a strange way that the bedroom light switch, was behind the door. So you had no choice but to walk in to a dark room and close the door a little bit and then turn the light switch on. And she said that when she went to turn the light switch on, she was violently grabbed. And the banging was going bang, 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 bang. And she couldn't turn the light on. And the bedroom door slammed closed. She got up to run to the door and she couldn't get the door open. It wouldn't move. So finally she got the door open. That's when she called me, and I would have liked to have had a little bit of warning that I wasn't coming into contact with a physical person, because that changes the story a little bit, right? So she wouldn't come over again. She wouldn't come over. We'd have to go see her. She was so scared and I had these little crosses that were blessed that a friend of mine had given me after a particularly scary thing at the previous apartment. And I took them out and put them around the bedroom, like really high on the door, so people couldn't just see it. Because this is gonna sound weird. I tell people about my experiences, but from my experience, when somebody tells me about something, like not if like a friend comes to me and tells me, "Oh my God, this is what happened." Okay, I'm on board with that. But I have a hard time listening to other people tell me, like through like YouTube channels and stuff, right? Because I'm such a cynic, a skeptic about it. I'm the exact person. Now, I gotta knock on something. I'm the exact person that this would happen to prove that it's real, because I am so cynical. So I I guess I'm blessed. Mm-hmm. Well, that never happened again. That never happened again. But um, I have been followed by a little boy for a long, 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 long time. Long, 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 long time. Um, and every place I've moved, the little boy goes. And we've all seen him. But I hadn't, at this particular place, I hadn't seen him yet. I'd had other scarier stuff happen, not just the little boy. But then I started being woken up by hearing someone say, "Mom, Mom." I would open my eyes because still had young children. Um, my youngest child was about, how old was he be? 8 or 9. And I would wake up, and this happened to me 3 times. I would be pulled. Something would grab my ankles and pull me down the bed. And like I said, you have to try and pretend like it's not scaring you. It is scary to have something grab you by the legs and try and pull you off of bed. That is scary. And I would wake up when they would say, "Mom," and I can't leave my feet out of the covers. Can't hang them off the side of the bed. Can't leave a closet door open. No, no. If I don't have covers on me, I feel like something could touch me, which has been my experience with things like this. So when it's pulling my feet are out of the covers. And then I had this thing happen where I took a shower, and I had the shower curtain. So I had the liner and then the curtain. It kept pushing in to the shower, and I was like pushing, like using my elbow and kind of like pushing it away, thinking like maybe there's some besides maybe somebody opened the bathroom door and my bedroom door, and that caused an airflow to go through, and that was pushing in. You do a lot of um, jumping through hoops to make things seem normal. But it kept pushing me, and then I tried to take my elbow and push it out, and it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move, and it just kept solidly coming in, coming in, coming in. And right before I was about to lose my mind, my daughter, my oldest daughter, who was there visiting, ran in to the bathroom yelling, "Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong?" Now, I hadn't said anything, but she said that she was in the kitchen and she heard me in agonizing pain. That unmistakable. This is not a, damn it. It was like a unmistakable bad pain. And I like opened the shower curtain and my eyes must have been the size of saucers because she was like, "What happened? What's happening?" And so I explained it to her. Um, that was added in on the things of the reasons why she wouldn't come over again because it was when she would come around, like things would happen. It would happen when she wasn't around, but she was not willing to be there and have it keep happening. She lived with that and she'd had enough. You know what I mean? Um, the little boy, to the best of my knowledge, has not followed me to where I live now, and I've been here for almost 8 years. Damn. And I haven't felt the little boy. I haven't heard the little boy. I have, I think I know something about the little boy from something that happened um, a long time ago with a couple things. One of them happened with a Ouija board, and it was a little boy. But some other stuff that seemed like it was the same boy going everywhere we went. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that story about the banging and what it did to my daughter. I had not done the brilliant idea of naming, I don't even know, 25, 30 demons, which is, let me tell you, PSA. I took one for the team. You don't have to do it again. I did it. I paid the price for it. But since we've been here, I do see shadow people sometimes. Sometimes I see shadow people, and I just ignore it. Some things happen, but it's very, very minimal. Nothing. I'm going to knock again compared to what it used to be. And I think that was because I changed my perspective on it and decided not to use, the names of demons as and to talk about them, describe them as entertainment. They didn't like it. They were upset. I didn't need their 15 minutes of fame. So anyway, I just want to tell you guys that. Tell me below if you've ever had anything like that happen to you. I have so many stories. So many stories. I can't remember which ones I've told and which ones I haven't. But I know that it's been a long, long, long time before I discussed this one about my oldest daughter and getting trapped in the bedroom and attacked. Um, for the record, I didn't stay the night there that night. We didn't stay the night there that night. Not just me. You guys are on your own. Uh, because it was, it was pretty jarring. And in that same room, um, one day, I'll tell you another story. I have to make sure it's okay to tell. It also has to do with my eldest daughter, and she's never told a story. All right, you guys, thank you for coming. Please, if you can, if you want to, um, uh, go ahead and buy some jewelry from me. It's all on sale now. I think 25% off. Yeah, have a good night.